crystals in the water, and not in the water, but in a a plumbing canister. So I put as many of these rocks into this canister and put it in the system. And like I said, everybody who took it said that they felt better. People with diabetes didn't have the effect of diabetes anymore. People who lost weight, dogs that didn't feel good, didn't have energy, all of a sudden had lots of energy. So definitely there was a spark in these crystals that put it into the water. I didn't realize that it was these crystals at the time. I thought, well, maybe it's my plumbing systems that I did. You buy this alkalizers or different things like this. They may raise the pH of the water, and people can feel better about that, but really they don't have any medical benefit to them. Basically what happened was we had the water tested at Gelda Scientific, and Damien Boyd, the chemist, said that I don't understand how your water is so clean without chlorine or ozone. Must be the crystals. So definitely the crystals had emitted so much energy into that water that no bacteria could exist with that much energy in there. And all these other people got all this energy just because when the water passed over the crystal, a little bit of the energy that was in the crystal went into the water, and as time went on, the energy that was in the crystal left, and it lost its effect, basically, is what happened. But, that was my first hook to know I was on the right track, and I knew that I had to do something about it, and I thank God about that. So for the next 2 years, I would ask Jerry to give me more crystals or do something so that, we could make the water good again. But he would refuse to give me more crystals, and he wanted me to make a plumbing system that they could sell to other people in other countries, and after 6 months, when the energy went out of the rocks, that would come back, So Jerry, he wasn't owner of these crystals, but a friend of his, who is also part of this machal, his name is Al, he was the one who gave the crystals. And these crystals, they were used in the Second World War on the Germans, the Allies. The reason why they won the Second World War was because of these crystals. It's like if you're fighting somebody and they can't see you, you're going to win. And basically, the Germans, they had better radar at the beginning of the war, and until the Allies got these crystals, and they set sail across the English Channel, 6,000 ships on D-Day, that's the turning point in the war. So I definitely think that these crystals should not be used for warfare, but for our own bodies, and not to make computers smarter and not to make all this technology, but I think that God wanted us to use them so that there could be more humanity in the world. If you yourself could make yourself smarter, stronger, better, and we could all do that, chances are we could make the world a good place. So that is why I'm making this blog, and why I think people should listen to what I'm saying, because the elections are coming along, and for the last 2,000 years, doesn't matter which government, doesn't matter which person was in there, they all made up some reason to, for us to pay taxes so that they could build a bridge or make more roads in the country, or make a big government building, or whatever it is that they think. Well, I would like every working man that is out there to pay tax to themselves, to the God that's within them. So, they build their own kingdom up, and then once they can do that with themselves, their family, and so on and so forth, that's when I think that the world will be a good place. What happened with Jerry, I really didn't feel like working like a slave for him for so many years and not getting anywhere, not being able to get these crystals, not being able to do any good. I decided one day that I was going to go and look for these crystals. And yet, like a guiding light, God showed me the way to the mine, because Jerry said that, Al couldn't go to the mine. It was too far. There were no roads. It was just impossible to get to. And, you needed to go in the spring, or, sometime when the weather was good. And, it was just one excuse after the other why I couldn't get more of these crystals. And I set sail one weekend, and I found them in northern Canada. And the surprising thing is that I found Ed there, who is Al's partner in on the mine. And Jerry and Al, they weren't very good to Ed either. He's a poor guy, and he has the most powerful rocks in the world in his possession. But they're just stymieing him. And I don't know why they don't want to give it to the world, and why the world doesn't know about it, and all of these sort of things. But, when your neurons are being formed, yeah, and how they're going in positions in your body, there's a glial fiber. So this glial fiber, I believe, is the neural liquid in a sort of like a fiber optic cable. And this transmits all the holographic images you see in your mind's eye, all of your memories, everything that goes on within you are based on what you see inside of your head because of these crystal type things. Yeah? And if you don't believe me, just look at the TV. You'll see that the TV is made out of a liquid crystal, LCD. So, not all crystals are the same, and not all diamonds are the same. Some crystals are pure, some diamonds are pure. It's very rare to get a pure diamond. I think it's very rare to get a pure crystal. But in any case, I was fortunate enough to find the mine, and when I did find the mine, and Ed, he gave me a pickup truckload of those crystals, and I was so happy at that time. I knew that I was going to build the plumbing system, but it wasn't going to be with Jerry, because sure enough, when I got back and he wanted me to give him $2,000 and I didn't want to give it to him, he took his crystals, a handful of crystals that he had, and told me that I would never amount to anything but an employee. So I was happy that he was gone. I was happy that I was free to do my own thing and to listen to God and to do what the God inside of me was saying. At that time, I had sold my house. I had some money with my father to invest. I also had the plumbing company that was now, the partner had forgotten all about me and changed the name and everything else. So I had a little bit of money from that. Not that he gave me any, but I could build the plumbing system, and I had a little factory where I could make it. So that's what I did. And